Hello everybody, my name is Kazu. Nice to meet you. This is part of my 365 day daily challenge, speaking English for 30 minutes straight using double stack questions, no script, just spontaneous answers, just like the real exam. Let's get started. Today is day 267. Day 267. How are you? I'm fine. Sorry. So today is day 267. Uh, so today is day 267, and so 98 days left till 365 days. Till day 365. So I've done this challenge 267 times. Great. Anyway, let's review yesterday's challenge. So we have specific tracks to choose from, such as accounting, economics, and statistics. So I was talking about my okay, my university. My major is business, but we have to choose specific tracks. We have to choose one specific track from wait. We have, so the department, the major has specific tracks to choose from, such as accounting, management, economics, and insurance, and statistics, something like that. Correct the sentences below one by one. They are a transcription of what I said. Those are a transcription of what I said when it was around 6:30. So I didn't know how to say when the time becomes a certain time, like 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. So when it comes to time, you can say it becomes 6, it gets 6, it turns 6. So when it turned 6, I started getting ready. Wait a minute. I started getting prepared. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah, I was talking about last weekend. I went to the Imperial Palace for a run, and a friend of mine uh, waited for me. We made an appointment. How can I say? Like we made an appointment to hang out. Can I say that? Anyway, so we made an appointment to meet at 7:30 at the station, but I was late. I was 10 minutes late, but my friend was really kind, so he forgave me and just it off, laughed it off. So yeah, he was really kind. And at the time, we managed to run over more than 5 kilometers, because at the time he had never run more than 5 kilometers. He had never run at the time, but so we were talked about we were talking about we talked about how happy we would be if we could run over or run more than 5 kilometers. Then we made it. Yeah, I want to know how to use made it exactly. Can I say we made it to 6 kilometers? Can I say that? Anyway, so like experience expression. Like I've never done that. So I've never been to Hokkaido and Fukuoka, I said, but ChatGPT told me that or is more common. I've never been to Hokkaido or Fukuoka, and I want to go to both places this year. I want to go to both places this year. I've never been to Hokkaido or Fukuoka, and I want to go to both places this year. I've taken this license exam before, but I failed it that time. I was talking about bookkeeping license, bookkeeping certification. Yeah. So I've taken the bookkeeping licensing exam before, but I failed it I tried twice, but I failed both times. I bought a textbook, so I decided to try again because my major is business and my track is accounting. So I'm a kind of expert of accounting. So to prove that, in order to prove it, I need some certification. So that's why I decided to take the bookkeeping exam again. This time, I will do that. I will make it. I'm gonna make it. So, okay. So uh, about becoming. Talking about becoming expression. So when it comes to time, it becomes, it gets, it turns. It turned 6 a.m. It became 6 a.m. It got 6 a.m. Or now that it's spring, when it comes to seasons, uh, you can also say it became spring, it became summer, it became winter. It turned into summer. It turned into spring. Or spring came, winter came. Yeah, and for your age, I sometimes like ChatGPT's transcription system, they didn't record what I said, so it didn't work. The fuck I wanted to know lots of things. So how to say I made an appointment to hang out with friends, or I made an appointment to meet at 7:30 at the station. How can I say it? That is the first question, and so fuck you. Uh, like I wanted to know uh what are the correct expressions, but this fucking uh voice input system of ChatGPT, it's it didn't record what I said. Zai sentences. Made plans to meet. Make plans. Make plans. I made plans to meet up with my friends at the station at 7:30. What? Why plans? I hate English. This is so annoying. Like, yeah, I push the record button, but in the middle, like the mark came up in the text box. There's no there's anything in the text box. So just to make a plan is the just to make a plan sounds a little bit odd for ChatGPT. Like make a plan to do some exact plan sounds sounds like big thing. Sounds like a big thing. But just like you know promise. Just arrangement. Just plans and arrange. Just this is just an arrangement. Make arrangements. I made an arrangement to meet friends. I arranged to meet my friends. Fuck you. I shouldn't use fuck. I know. Sounds stupid, right? Especially foreigners use fuck like sounds and looks very stupid. More stupid than usual people say. I know. So, yeah. I try not to use it. Yeah, I wanted to ask more, but I forgot what I wanted to ask. 20 minutes. Yeah, let's review the last one again. We have specific tracks to choose from, such as accounting, management, economics, and statistics. So my major is business. So the business major has specific tracks. Uh, so we have to choose from the tracks such as accounting, management, economics, uh, insurance, and statistics. Correct the sentences below the transcript. When it was around 6:30, so I was talking about last weekend. So a friend of mine and I made plans to meet at the station at 7:30 to go for a run to the Imperial Palace. But on that day, the day before that day, I slept very early. So I woke up in the middle of the night, like midnight, and I tried to went back to sleep, but I couldn't. So maybe you've been done that before, but the more time goes, like the more, the harder, the harder you try, the harder you, the harder you fall asleep. What I mean. Um, so anyway, so I woke up midnight, then until right before the time I had to leave, I couldn't sleep. But uh, so I had to leave at home. Sorry, I had to leave home at 7. But I wasn't sleepy around 6 a.m. But uh, like 6:30, suddenly I was getting sleepy. So I just slept for 15 minutes. Then I hurried to get ready. That's why I was late for for the arrangement. Yeah, so we made plans to meet at the station at 7:30, but I was 10 minutes late. But my friend was really a friend of mine, was really kind, so he forgave me and just laughed it off. Okay, great. And I was talking about experience expression. So I've never I so at the time a friend of mine and I uh, ran around the Imperial Palace, but at the time a friend of mine, he had never run more than 5 kilometers before. Technically, he had, but it was a long time ago when he was young. So really, it's really been a long time since he did. So it is almost the first time, kind of first time. Anyway, yeah. So we talked about how happy we would be if we could run over more than 5 kilometers. And we made it. We made it to 6 kilometers. So yeah, I was talking about experience expression. I've never been to Hokkaido and Fukuoka. I said that, but ChatGPT corrected this. So I should have said I've never been to Hokkaido or Fukuoka. So that's the correct sentence. Yeah. I want to go to the both. I want to go to both places this year. And about the bookkeeping certification, I decided to take the bookkeeping licensing exam this year because my major is business and also my track is accounting. So I should be a kind of an expert of accounting. But actually, I've already taken this license exam before, actually even twice, but I failed both. But you know, because I went back to university, so I should try again. That's why I bought the textbook to study for the bookkeeping certification. Okay, and I was talking about becoming things, like how to use verbs differently for the subject, such as time, age, and seasons. So when it comes to time, you can say it becomes, it gets, it turns. So it got 6 a.m., it became 6 a.m., it turned 6 a.m. And why is this here? So when it comes to age, you can say turn. I'm gonna turn 31, 31 years old this year, something like that. And then when it comes to seasons, it became spring, it became summer, winter. It turned into spring, it turned into summer. Or spring came, winter came, summer came. Now that it's spring, you can say that also. You can also say that. So when tomorrow came, something like thank you so much. Yeah, I correct what I said.